Whoa, we're live. That's exciting. Um, we'll see who's here. Hey, what's going on? I guess we have chat over here, yeah? Type stuff. How's everybody doing? I'm gonna get something to drink. Don't go away. Here, we'll just focus on these guys. Be right back. Type stuff. Hope you're doing well. Oh, let's see. People typed all kinds of things. Now I have to read. Okay. Stuff, hi. I'm just chilling doing homework. Good plan. Hello, eating oatmeal. Looking for friends. They're here. Has anyone else left their house? It's Wednesday. I left my house on Thursday. Oh yeah, my name is Jorge Mendez Million, by the way. Hi. Making whipped coffee. Nice. Hey, Lauren. Hey, still in bed. Wow. So have you all been at home too? That's kind of intense, the new reality. So we have here some ruby lemon mint. Ruby as in hibiscus, lemon as in lemongrass, mint as in peppermint. I usually don't use hot water when I make tea. I know you thought this was art, but now I guess it's the art of tea. I usually just throw stuff in water for a couple hours, and that's pretty good. So this has been sitting actually, I think, for 3 hours now. So I'm going to prepare it and drink it while we hang out today. It's just different watching your lesson while driving. Yeah, be careful with that. I'd hate to close the school so you don't contract the virus and then you crash your car. So be careful. Tea recipe is rad. Oh yeah, ruby lemon mint, yummy stuff. Let's see. Well, you get the idea anyway. So got a little strainer here. By the way, this discard is basically compost. So real tea, as in white tea, green tea, black tea, oolong, jasmine, things that are made from the leaves of the Camellia sinensis plant. Real tea can be brewed many times, and it gets a little bit thinner, but you can keep drinking it. Herbal infusions like peppermint, lemongrass, hibiscus, really, if you try to brew them a second time, there's just nothing. But real tea or herbal infusion, the tea leaves or these herbs, you don't have to throw them in the trash. You can just put them in your plants. Actually, those are plants out there. So why don't I go throw this in the plant, and then we'll come back and drink some of this stuff. Be right back. Great. Hi, everyone. How you doing? Welcome to the new normal. So the strainer that I just used is a little bit coarse. So I usually strain it a second time with a finer strainer. Number 2. And then you can drink it, or you can add sweetener if you like. I usually throw, I don't know where my glass is. I usually throw some Splenda in it. Yes, art class is now tea class. So there's not that much food in the house. I have to go shopping, or I don't know, maybe get some online grocery deliveries or something. However, there's easily a year's supply of tea in the house. So I think I can wait out the coronavirus without having to buy any more tea. So I'm gonna go get a glass for this, and I'll be right back. Chat among yourselves, share your favorite types of tea, etc. Oh, here, these are my assistants. How's everybody doing? Who thought that adding milk and tea was going to be such a great drink? Yeah, that works out really well. I do have enough toilet paper. I don't know about everybody else, but I do. Jasmine green milk tea, green tea, southern sweet tea, lactate pills for allowing you to drink milk tea. So actually one of your classmates, so yeah, milk tea is great. Drinking milk is not always the best, or obviously if you're vegan, then it's especially not such a good idea. But one of your classmates turned me on to making your own milk. You take almonds. What does he take? Like a cup of almonds, and I already forget. A cup of water? 4 cups of water. I don't remember. Anyway, you have to figure out the proportions. Put them together, throw it in the refrigerator overnight. The next day you throw it in a blender, mix it, sweeten if you want it sweetened. Tastes great. I actually tried that same recipe with macadamia nuts, mac nut milk, and it's even better. It's really creamy, fantastic. So you could make your own if you're lactose intolerant or vegan or whatever. Cut your paper towels in half. The rain plus the fire. Isn't that weird that like the whole winter it barely rained at all, and then we get like all these days of rain right at the same time as the virus? It's pretty creepy. I agree. I ordered toilet paper online. Order got canceled. Oh wow! I was just thinking about ordering. I have tons of tea, but not so much food. So I was thinking of ordering some online groceries, but I don't know. Maybe they won't deliver. Using your gaming channel for art. Well, there you go. Cinnamon, yeah, cinnamon's a real favorite of mine. I love peppermint's my like very favorite, but cinnamon's way up there. Also, cardamom and cloves and stuff are really nice. Anise is really great also. Mac nut milk tutorial. Yeah, we could. We'll make some during class on Wednesday. That's a great idea. Feel free to email me and remind me. Almond milk is less perishable than dairy milk. Cutting paper towels and using them for toilet paper will give you a call to the plumber. Okay, so I've got my glass. So I threw a little bit of Splenda in here because I like sweet tea. So I used to mix with a wooden spoon, but I discovered it's kind of more fun just to pour it back and forth a couple times. And then I guess I'll have to get some miniature glasses for these guys, but I think I'll just have some right now. ASMR. Oh, that's pretty good. So where are we? So I have my nice Bubble Republic. Has anybody been to Bubble Republic? It's I'm in Monterey Park, by the way, and this is a place not too far from here. So I just put up a blog post that you may have seen that pretty much tells you what we're going to do. And as I said in the post or the video, or I said, I think you probably know already, basically the class is our weekly activities, our every other week artist conversations, and our in-class discussions. So the weekly activities will pretty much just go along fine. They were all designed to be standalone. If you saw my blog post, you know that I decided to go ahead and cancel idea number 9, week 9's activity, which is to do plaster casting either at the beach or with some sand at home. It's an easy, fun project that you would probably love doing, but given how much we're ramping up, just in a handful of days, we've got pronouncements from the president, from different governors of different states, from different mayors of different cities. So, there's all this different information, but safe to say that people have been lowering the number of people who should be together. And cities like San Francisco are just like, go home and don't come out. So I thought that having you go to Home Depot or Lowe's or your independent hardware retailer to get plaster and then go to the beach, it's not too crazy, but why make you go someplace if you would like to be at home? So for this week, I'm canceling the activity. And actually, if you've been on Beachboard, you might have noticed that I just gave everybody credit. I gave everybody 30,000 points for week 9, the plaster casting, which we're just going to skip. Should I be drinking tea now? Yes. It's not required, but it's recommended. Is milk tea healthy because it's tea? Well, it's less unhealthy than coffee, probably. If you're not drinking tea with the professor, what are you doing? Facts. How are artist conversations going to work from here on out? Yeah, so that was my next point. So the activities, I did cancel this week's, but next week is going to be kind of an at-home drawing thing. So it should be fine to do that, no problem. So this week is canceled. You already got the points. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to turn any blog posts in this week. And then I think the activities will mostly be fine going forward. To Andrew's question about the artist conversation, so we've got 3 done and two to go. And for those, my hope, I'll see if I can work that out. The hope is to bring an artist into a live stream with us, so that our conversations will be online. So obviously that may change it may change, but we'll try to make that happen. And I'll keep you posted, but that would be not this week, that'll be next week. So artist conversation will be done that way. And then I guess this is our in-class discussion. So I'm not really looking to talk too much about art today. I'm just wanted to go through Art 110 stuff with you and Long Beach State, if you have any questions or if I have any info I can share about that. And just a chance for me to chat with you or for you to chat with each other. We'll try Zoom on Wednesday, which I think will be more interactive than actually YouTube, but we'll see how that goes. So I suspect we're going to like Zoom better, but we'll find out. But anyway, so today, or actually this week, it's just to try the online stuff, get everybody connected, and if I can help with Art 110 or Long Beach State or life in a pandemic, I'm up to answer any questions you have if I can. EC for drinking tea, yeah, probably. Why don't you email me and we'll set something up for that. I like that idea. How did you feel when you heard the campus was going to be closed? Well, anybody could answer that, but I guess. Well, I'll come back to Cynthia's question, but Melvin, Zoom, it's pretty much the same thing you're doing right now. It's, I send out a link, you click on it, and there you go. The difference is I don't know if there's an easy way in YouTube to get you guys on video if you wanted to be. And with Zoom, everybody can be. You don't have to be, but you can be. So you could have your laptop or even your phone. And we could all be talking, which might be chaotic and crazy. I'm not really sure, but it might be fine. I think Zoom, you can have multiple video and you can still have the text over here. So you could just type if you wanted. Oh, hey, Bridget, thanks for joining us. So I don't actually know how to insert other video or other images into the YouTube live stream at this moment. I'm sure it's doable, but I have to sort that out. But it might be easier with Zoom, and also you can all have video with Zoom. So we'll see how that goes. So I'm kind of thinking Zoom might work out better, but we'll play with YouTube today and see how it goes. What else? Oh, so Oh, Bridget, so is Zoom better than YouTube Live? Sounds like maybe. Um, yeah, on Zoom, you mute yourself, and then obviously a bunch of people forget to mute themselves, and we hear all kinds of noise, but it sort of works out. Um, yeah, sounds like Zoom will probably be better. But anyway, we're here today. We'll be on Zoom on Wednesday, and we'll see how they compare. Yeah, group FaceTime, exactly. um, oh, our Zoom, I set up the thing for Wednesday. Bridget said that you have to record locally. It had two buttons that said, do you want to record locally or do you want to record to the cloud? So I clicked that one. I don't know what it'll actually do, but we'll find out. Anyway, um, how's everybody doing? Uh, um, what questions do you have? Questions about Art 110 or Long Beach State or pandemics or just anything that anybody's thinking about, or whether it's a question that has specific fact answers or opinion answers. Oh wow, Devine, when were your wisdom teeth out? Just last couple days? Um, you probably know as much as me about the course of this pandemic. Obviously, we're at the beginning of what could be this exponential thing. Um, and you also know as much as me about when we're going to be back. We have at the moment this April 20th date that we could be back, and I have no information. I mean, we may well be back on April 20th, but as you're hearing all of these numbers being kicked around, it kind of feels like we're not going to be back this semester, that we'll finish the semester online. If anything, it almost feels like the question is not, will we be back in spring, but the question is almost, will there be a face-to-face fall semester? Maybe by August, it will be, but it seems like this new normal is going to be this way for a long time. So, oh, Cynthia, yeah, I guess I answered your question. And I should emphasize, it's just me guessing. I have no factual information. All I know is April 20th from the university. But my guess is we're going to finish the semester this way. I think this, I don't, my guess, and again, I have to emphasize, it's just me guessing. I probably shouldn't even guess, but my guess is that we're not looking at weeks, that we're looking at months, but time will tell. Yasmin, yeah, again, get the best information you can. I'm not the best information on travel plans, but boy, if I could avoid traveling, I would avoid traveling. Being on trains, planes, buses, if you can do it, I think it's a time to stay home, Netflix and chill. um, Yeah, Melvin, I think canceling your birthday party is a good idea. I've been planning this big family Easter party, which wouldn't be for obviously a month still, but I just canceled that over the weekend because it doesn't seem like we're going to be able to do that even a month from now. So um, it's kind of weird. There have been lots of huge events before you were born and in your lives. Obviously World War II, an incredible thing. The Great Depression, many other wars and events. But even though those events may have affected people you knew, they didn't affect you personally. And this isn't now like 9/11, but the whole world lives in Lower Manhattan. So it's where we are. The last time something like this happened was 1918. It was 102 years ago, the Spanish flu. I know about that because of the Oliver Sacks book Awakenings, and I think I sent you a blog that talked about that. But I don't actually know about the numbers on that globally, if it was as intense as what we have now is supposed to be. But this is, we feel so advanced with our, with our computers and our devices and our global connections, but this is, a little tiny, obviously it's a microscopic thing that's changing the world, at least for some months. Anyway, sorry about the party, Melvin, but have a great birthday. And, we live in the first world, so we tend to have first world problems. Although in the case of coronavirus, the whole world is in a similar position. Yeah, I think so, Cynthia. It seems like it's going to be long. I don't know, Hillary. I hope you're right that people are exaggerating, but maybe not. Devine said, me and my family are going out to dinner before all the restaurants get closed. That's going to be pretty. Hillary says, treat yourself. Yasmin says, I agree, Hillary. I'm mostly afraid of people's responses to think pandemic than the pandemic itself, which has a lot because I'm worried about the actual virus a lot too. Andrew, I think we should see the light in this situation, spending more time with family, being more productive at home, starting on those shows you may have put off, or learning something on the side. Yeah, you could even read a book. Hey, to add on, we have less pollution now. Yeah, I guess that's true. I video chatted with some friends the other day for about 3 hours, and it was really refreshing. Awesome. Stupendous JJ. Hopefully, since a lot of people aren't using their cars to travel and do other stuff, that this whole virus quarantine curfew affects the environment better. Yeah, maybe. So what else can I tell you? What can these guys tell you? I don't have any small teacups for them yet. Got to work on that. But anyway, so Art 110 in the short run, nothing is due this week. Idea number 9, the plaster casting activity at the beach is canceled. I've already earlier today given everybody full point, 30,000 points for that. So that's good to go. So nothing is due this week. And I'm just trying out these platforms, and we will carry on basically with next week. We're using YouTube Live right now. We'll try Zoom on Wednesday. Sounds like Zoom might actually be better for us. But let me know what questions you have, what concerns you have, again, about Art 110 or Long Beach State or life. This is unusual, to put it mildly. It's unprecedented. So I hope you're all well. If the really sad numbers that we hear, there are many different possible trajectories of this virus, right? We know it's on the rise, but taking acts like moving Long Beach State to online education hopefully can keep that lower. So we don't know how it's all going to play out. But realistically, if the gargantuan numbers of infections that we hear about do come to pass, students and faculty both at Long Beach State are gonna be sick. So could be challenging times for us. But be as safe as you can be. And if it does turn out to be many months, as it seems like it's likely to be, try to take care of yourself in terms of the virus, but also try to take care of yourself in terms of, many of you might have jobs that stop for a while. You may not get paid. Could be a strain on relationships. You might find yourself, depressed. There could be all kinds of side effects. So, there's a lot of support at Long Beach State. You've got every faculty member that you can talk to. You've got staff at Long Beach State in all kinds of different areas. You've got your advisors you can talk to, and CAPS, Counseling and Psychological Services. They're available 24/7. Call them if you want to talk about anything. message me if I can help with anything or if you want to talk, etc. Ernesto, I was picking out what book to read before this because I never read. Well, here's your big moment. Melvin, I saw an article saying that China's air is clearing up. Wow. Shivani, how will the midterm work? We'll change that to an essay, and I'll give you info next week or later this week on how we'll do that. Hillary, went to Chinatown yesterday. There was very few people. Honestly, feel bad for the people who have businesses and who are just trying to earn a living. Yeah, obviously a little beyond the scope of Art 110, but the idea of a restaurant or those kinds of businesses. I have a friend who cuts hair, and she's like, "How am I going to pay the rent if I don't get clients?" So to have no income for a couple of weeks, that could be pretty bad. But if we are indeed talking about months, it's like, whoa, I don't know. So it's a lot. We'll see. Hey, Alex, I'm doing pretty well. How are you doing? About 34, now 33 of your classmates and I are here. Also, these guys are here. This is Amber. They don't have names, but I guess we go work on that. Amber's a traveler. She hasn't actually done international travel, but she's done a good amount of US travel. This is Chinese New Year dog. One of my neighbors brought this over the other day. And this is roller skating earbud sock monkey that I bought in Washington State up in Puget Sound, not recently. Oh, and we're having ruby lemon mint. That's hibiscus, lemongrass, and peppermint. Ruby lemon mint iced tea. Well, not actually. There's no ice. It's room temperature tea. Stupendous JJ says hi to the red dog. Alex says, hey buddies. Melvin says, they might be able to send you a check every week. That's what you pay in taxes after all. Do I collect toys? No, I don't really, but actually I had a few more, and when I moved, I got rid of them, but these two survived, and then this one, as I mentioned, my neighbor just brought by the other day. What music is Sock Monkey listening to? I don't know. I think he's still got an iPod. He's old school. I can't read it, but maybe you can suggest some tunes for his playlist. So let me know how I can help or whatever's on your mind. Have people, it sounded from some of the comments that I've read that at least some of you have been kind of like indoors since Wednesday, and then it sounds like others of you have been kind of somewhat normal running around town. So it's interesting how everyone copes. I went to the market on Friday, and the lines were Ralph's down the street. The lines were not crazy, but they were a little bit long. And also I noticed that instead of a few items, people had like shopping baskets full of stuff. So I actually left. I didn't deal with it. I've got, I don't know, a week's worth of food. So I'll see if I can buy some online groceries or something. Stream the symposium, Tony Stark. So anyway, that's really, we're just kind of touching base this week, checking in, answering any questions you might have. I think we've explained everything. I think, it's too bad, obviously, that we can't have our face-to-face discussions, but in terms of getting through the class, I don't think it's going to be hard for us. I think, as I've said, we will continue to do the art activities. We canceled this week's, but the rest of them I think should be doable. This should be okay. The artist conversations, we'll try to do them streaming, see if that works out. And what was the third thing? Oh, our discussions. Well, so this week we're just kind of messing around, but next week I'll attempt to just do what we normally do in class on YouTube or Zoom, as the case may be, probably Zoom. So that's that. 4:03. It's funny when we're in the actual classroom, the time just flies by, and it's like I barely say half of the stuff I want to say, and it's over. And somehow online, it's like, oh, it's 4:03, and I've said the same thing 3 times already. Anyway, I will hang out till 4:45, but you don't have to. You know, if you have any questions or if you want to chat with each other or whatever, go for it. If you want to head out, read a book, watch some Netflix. YouTube removed Melvin's comment about the help in paycheck. I said that if your hours are cut and or stop scheduling, you can file a claim through the California unemployment website. Yeah, I'm sure some of us in the class have jobs that that you may be not given hours or laid off, or I don't even know what the term would be. Or even if you're doing food service, you know, that you just there aren't going to be any tips, or it'll be less tips. As I mentioned, I have a friend who does hairstyling. I actually haven't talked to her for a couple of days. I should check in again, but she was worried because she had like a couple appointments, I think, through the weekend, and then no more appointments. And so she's like, so there'll be a lot to sort out in the coming days. Melvin says, I work for a high school and get paid hourly. And of course, I'm currently not working because the school is shut down. Yeah, I know in the case of the School of Art, obviously everything's going to be different. But in the case of the School of Art, the faculty still get paid. I'm happy about that. We have all kinds of student assistants who work in labs and things, and all those people are still getting paid. They're still, you know, working, so that's great. But I do know in the case of the School of Art, so when you take a life drawing class and, you know, drawing the human figure, there are life models who come pose for, you know, for 3 hours usually. They're long classes. And apparently the life models are not going to be paid. So, you know, a lot of people, a lot of student assistants in the School of Art will be paid, but the life models are going to lose that income. Also, over at Santa Monica College, and let me emphasize I'm talking about Santa Monica College, not Long Beach State right now, but they were basically on the exact same plan as Long Beach, and they said most classes will be going online, but they said that performing arts classes, I guess like music or dance or theater, that they would probably still meet face-to-face. And we got an email yesterday. Again, this is Santa Monica, not Long Beach State. We got an email yesterday saying all those classes are now also going to be converting to online. And actually they were going to, I haven't looked, but I think at 1 o'clock today, they were going to put out a list of some classes were just going to be canceled because they didn't think they could be facilitated. Again, that's Santa Monica, not Long Beach. But it, you know, it definitely seems like our response to this is ramping up. You know, we may be responding too late. There may have, the virus may be kind of out of the bag already. I don't know. But yeah, things are going to be closed and people are going to lose some income. Yeah, FEDM, it's an incredible school, very intense. FEDM is the Fashion Institute, Design, Merchandising, something like that. It's here in LA, really high-end place. They do great work. They have great graduates. Marco, you want me to play music? I don't think this computer, I don't even know if this computer, I'll work on that for next time. Send me an email. What am I supposed to do? for next time? Oh, we're supposed to make almond milk and play music. We'll do that on Wednesday. Almond milk and music. Feel free to remind me. What else? Again, you don't have to hang out here the whole time, although I'll stay here till 4:45. But you're free to go if you have any questions about Art 110 or Long Beach State or life itself. Fire away. I'll help if I can. In terms of the class, we'll continue with our activities. They should work pretty well. This week's activity, plaster casting, is canceled. I've already given everybody full credit for that. For the 2 remaining artist conversations, I will attempt to do live stream artist conversation during class time. So we'll see if that works. It should work. And then starting next week, I'll actually try to do our in-class discussions on video. So hopefully we can have the conversations like we've had up until now that way. Yeah, Freedom is great. I think maybe it's expensive, but it's a great school. That would be awesome to go there. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Hillary's concert just got canceled. Yeah, I think pretty much everything is canceled. I was actually thinking about starting to blog about, a few days ago, as this or that museum was announcing what they were going to do, I was thinking about, oh, maybe I'll start a blog list of what's going on, but it almost seems pointless. Everything is canceled. I got a message 2 days ago from the yoga place that they were implementing certain measures, and then I got a message from them today. Yeah, we're just going to close. The vet via in Pasadena, where I used to take Tiki deceased sadly, but I got a message from them 2 days ago about the new measures they were going to have, and then I got a message from them today about the more extreme measures. So now, when you bring your car in, they want you to call them from the parking lot, and they'll pick up the dog and they'll do whatever is needed, and then they'll call you on your cell phone as you sit in your car with the results. Anyway, thanks for dropping in. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you have food, toilet paper, good spirits, etc. Is everyone still living wherever they were before, the dorms or apartments or home, or have people moved already? Have you gone from the dorms to home or anything, or what are your plans? I like to travel, but it's too dangerous to fly. Maybe I'll walk. I like to bark. Woof, woof. I like listening to metal on my old school iPod. Yes, little Fifi. You can do anything you need. Sadly, I cannot offer you iced tea. It doesn't stream that well. Guess we're done with cookies for the semester, probably. So do think about, and I'll think about myself, if there are things we could do, not just to get by, but, alternate activitive. What do we have? I guess we're making some tea and almond milk on Wednesday, but I don't know, maybe we could meet up, have an optional meetup in a virtual world. We could have avatars in World of Warcraft or Second Life or somewhere. Stupendous JJ, I've heard a little bit about that. I don't know. Is there actually a lot of stuff going on? Discrimination against Asians? That's obviously pretty sad and kind of goofy. It's a virus. I mean, it happens to have started there, but it's the virus is an act of nature, or sometimes these things are referred to as an act of God. But obviously, by act of God, we don't mean God smiting us for being bad people. It's just a risk of being alive in this world. Sometimes there are earthquakes, sometimes there are hurricanes, sometimes there are wildfires, and every 102 years or so, there's this global pandemic that's pretty intense. Play a game together. Okay, we'll do that. Roblox is free. Haven't tried it. If you could remember, if you want to send me an email and say, hey, check out Roblox, man, that would be a great idea. We'll do that. People act like it's the apocalypse. Well, not the apocalypse, but it does seem quite serious. So, it seems like as many people as possible are going to need to be indoors for a while, at home for a while. So it's, compared to the way we normally live, it's probably quite a change for a while. So not the apocalypse, but kind of intense. Yeah, yeah, stupendous JJ. Yeah, everyone can get infected, and it's kind of funny if you watch the Democratic debate last night. They had Bernie and Biden 6 feet apart, yay, but then the three moderators were sitting right next to each other, so it's kind of like they were going on about how we're following CDC guidelines, keeping them apart, but then they're sitting right next to each other. Or you see these like Trump press conferences and there's a dozen people there and they're all like shoulder to shoulder. I don't know, but anyway. Hillary had a coughing fit because she was choking on water at the market and people were really looking at me funny and trying to get me kicked out. Yeah. Try not to choke on water in public places these days. So feel free to submit names for these guys. This is Amber Noel, and these two don't have names. But, well, maybe this could be Puget Sound. That's a good name. I don't know what this dog's name should be. Hey, stupendous JJ. I'm doing pretty good. As I mentioned at some point in the last 45 minutes, I've got probably a week's worth of food here. I went down to Rouse on Friday, but it was a little too crowded, so I didn't try to shop. But I might see if I can do some online grocery shopping. Might make sense at this point. And I've easily got probably a year's supply of tea. Maybe I'm using a little iMac right now. It's sitting on the table, but maybe one of these days I'll use the laptop and we can walk around the house and I can show you stuff. You can see the massive tea. Anyway, I've got a year's worth of tea probably in the cupboard. So I think I have enough tea to wait out the coronavirus, and really, what else do you need? So, I'm doing okay. It's just weird. There's never been anything like it, and it's not never, but not in your or my lifetimes. There has not been anything like it. There was something like this 102 years ago. It was crazy. I should do a little research on that. Again, I think I sent you a little info on Awakenings, the Oliver Sacks book. From, I guess, like the 70s, probably. But all I really know about the 1918 Spanish flu is the awakening stuff. I don't know that much about the flu itself, but it was pretty intense. I think people have, so it seems like people now are having really significant respiratory problems. That's why people keep talking about not having enough ventilators and ICU units. I feel like back then it was encephalitis. It was like a brain thing. It's also pretty horrific. Yeah, everybody follow Melvin on Instagram. Excellent idea. Feel free to put your Instagram handles in there and follow each other if you're interested. Hey, you can even follow me if you want. So maybe I'll start a pandemic podcast. I need to get more props, I think, or maybe just have something to actually talk about, which we'll do again next week. Meanwhile, more props. I just have these guys. I just, anyway, yeah. Okay, now it's a horror channel. Conspiracy theory podcast. I'm sure there probably are a few already, but Carousel by Guy. Okay, they all have names now. We made decisions. Excuse me. This is Amber Noel. Hello. This is Amy Jim. Hello. And this is Puget Sound. Hello. Hongsi. I don't know that name. What does it mean? Melvin, I saw one. It's really a stretch, but the theory is major corporations created the virus to force the public to empty the store shelves. I'm not informed on this, but I'm going to say false. It's going to be my guess on that. Hey, Devine, how's it going? Literally translated to red. It's probably not Hongsi. How do you pronounce it? You can tell me on Wednesday when we have Zoom and you can actually speak. I have some lovely coasters from Nepal. Did you know that, so there's like, I don't know, 206, I think the United Nations recognizes 206 countries. There's probably, I don't know, maybe 220 countries or something. Anyway, all but one country have flags that are rectangles. Can you guess which country has a flag that is not a rectangle? Correct, Nepal. Good guess. Hillary, I'm not actually informed, but I'm going to guess that that is false. Although there is a Dan Brown book called Inferno, which became a film with Tom Hanks, I think, and Felicity, what's her name? I liked the book better than the film. Interestingly, the book and the film are very similar, except that the film changed the ending. And I liked the book ending. I thought the book ending was more interesting. But in any case, I'm just riffing on Hillary's government population control thing. I suspect that's not accurate. But at least in the book Inferno, there's this madman who, in fact, does create a virus because he says, you know, we're killing ourselves with overpopulation, and I'd rather do something dramatic now that will save us in the long run rather than letting us slowly kill ourselves. Anyway. Oh, you saw that, Hillary? Yeah, the book is very similar, but the ending is different, and I thought the book ending was better. So what's your plan for the rest of the day after this? Me or everybody else? Well, I guess everybody else can type if they want. Me, I don't know. Probably work. Maybe watch some Netflix. I don't actually have Netflix, but watch a video. They say that the virus came from another animal, like a mosquito or something, and that it fed on a bat and transmitted the virus to a person. I have no info on that. Could be. There's another one where North Korea created the virus. This is because on December, North Korea said that they will drop a surprise in 2020, and as of recently, there's no cases in North Korea. I don't know. I'm not sure how probable that is, but the virus obviously has to come from somewhere. So, you know, a mutation of something somewhere. But it's way out of my league. I really have no info on that. Anyway. I don't know if I mentioned this last week, but I saw a movie years ago called Virus. I can't even remember who's in it now. But in this movie, some sort of virus just infects the whole world and everybody dies. And there's like this one nuclear submarine that sails to Antarctica because it's so cold there, it kills the virus. And so the sub crew and whatever scientists are in Antarctica are like the remainder of the human race. That's not our current reality. That's just this movie I saw a long time ago. I think it was called Virus. Creative title, right? So let's see. We've got that's my assistant over there. She helps with focusing and lighting. Got some picture frames. Outbreak. That sounds cheery. Is it a rom-com? Got some nice Lysol Brand New Day all-purpose cleaner. Mango and hibiscus scent. So this is genius. Thank you. Apparently the bottle is recyclable, but the label is not. So if you want to recycle it, you have to cut the label off and then recycle the plastic bottle underneath. Pretty interesting. Nice couch, thank you. I should bring more show and tell for Wednesday. So these are my computer glasses for sitting close. These are the normal glasses. No, I can't see you, but. Oh, speaking of playing Animal Crossing on Friday, I already forgot what free world somebody suggested we take a tour into, but whoever that was, hopefully you'll email me with some info and we'll give that a try. We can try a few different ones even. Roblox, yeah, that. Please email me. I probably won't remember. Or I guess, I assume you still get the video, even if I do something else here, probably. We'll find out. Ah, conveniently located at roblox.com. So is Roblox kind of like Minecraft, or is it different, or how, well, I'll give it a try and find out. But hopefully not, Hillary. Um, yeah, I mean, joke, real suggestion. I don't know what's the difference. Kind of like Minecraft. Sure, we can give it a shot. Minecraft's better. Okay. Anyway, so it's 4:30. I'll hang out for another 15 minutes. Obviously, a bunch of people have already left and everyone's welcome to go. But if you do have any questions about anything, go ahead and ask. Or if you want to free is good. People like free, I've noticed. Maybe I'll go look for food. I'll be right back. Raisins and hazelnuts. How can you beat that? Raw Oregon hazelnuts, no less. So I assume nobody, it is pretty windy today, actually. agar.io. Yeah, I think it's supposed to rain this afternoon, evening, and I think Tuesday, Wednesday are supposed to be clear, and then maybe rain again on Thursday. Um, Hagar is just a game where you start off small, and the goal is to get bigger by eating other small people. It's like life. So yeah, we could try a game. What was the other one mentioned? Town of Salem. Capitalism. It's funny. There's speaking of 1917 pandemic, that was also the year of the October Revolution, and Warren Beatty made a film. I don't know, a long time ago, called Reds, about American socialists and the Russian Revolution, and it's Warren Beatty and Diane Keaton. And I just watched that the other day. And so this guy John Reed, it's really interesting how much of what he was thinking of sounds somewhere in the ballpark of the things that people like Bernie Sanders or AOC talk about today. And my own sense of these things is that what ism you have is not really what makes the difference. It's that it could be communism or socialism or capitalism. The real difference is how many hands the power is in. And if there's a way to actually have a lot of people possess the power, then your ism is less important than that. But in all the isms, whether it's capitalism or socialism or communism, it seems like the power just inevitably gets into a few hands, and then it's not so great for the working class. Pets. I used to have Tiki, but she passed away on November 19th. Tiki was 15 and a half. Didn't need smaller people all the time, yeah. Being human's a weird experience. Sorry for your loss. Yeah. Well, so in May 2019, my mom passed away, and then in November 2019, my dog passed away. So I was thinking that 2019 was a pretty rough year, and it seems like in a different way, 2020 is also going to be a challenging year. But I was just thinking about, challenging and frustrating and potentially horrific as this coronavirus is. This may end up inspiring a whole new generation of, I'm not even sure what the careers would be, but biologists, epidemiologists, public health people. So this tragedy may launch careers and may send people on their life quest to look at disease and so on. So there could be a good future there. Thank you. I cope with raw Oregon hazelnuts. And raisins. Well, let's hope we don't lose anybody in 2020. The numbers, the possible. Yes, Kimberly. I ran out of cashews earlier today. That's why I'm eating hazelnuts. Cashews are probably my favorite. I make a pretty awesome cashew broccoli salad. Almonds, pistachio. Well, I like all nuts. I kind of feel like macadamia nuts are the most delicious nut, but somehow I just really have been into this cashew thing. Well, we're doing pretty well. Speaking of VC, I just in the blog post I just put up, I did a points update, and I think 76 out of 110 are on track for an A. So hopefully that includes everybody here right now. Be right back. Did you miss me? 5 more minutes of online class. You're going to make it the whole way, huh? 4 more minutes. So, yeah, I think we're all good. I think everybody knows everything they want to know at this point. We didn't do much in this class, but I'll go ahead and save the recording anyway, and so it'll be online if anybody wants to watch it again. I can't imagine why you would, but it'll be up there. And we will go from there. So I hope everybody's coping well. Obviously, this is just a few days in now, but it seems like the first few days of what is very likely to be months. So I hope, whatever accommodations. So online gaming, actually, online gaming sometimes is thought of as being maybe not such a social thing to do, but it may be the new social space for us. Oh, actually, interesting. Stupendous JJ said, I don't have a gaming computer. So yeah, obviously some games are like very graphically intense and kind of require higher end machines, and some games are not so graphically intense. And I guess you probably can use different graphics settings. So you can have if you have a really monster machine, you can get really great graphics. But anyway, if there are suggestions for games that are not too graphically intense, that might be good. I don't know if anybody's ever tried Second Life. I kind of like that because it's not a game. It's it's a sort of a game, I guess, but and it's not a game that has like rules or quests or anything like that. It's just a world where you kind of make stuff, hang out, do whatever. We could poke in there also. Browser games, okay, as opposed to download an app games. That makes sense. Okay, 4:43. I guess we're actually going to make it. Yeah, it's interesting. Oh, great, Melvin. Good to know. Yeah, it's interesting how, well, just like evolution and natural selection, right? If there's no pressure on the fish pond, then all the mutant fish just swim with the non-mutant fish, and it's all good for everybody. It's when there's pressure, like a predator or the water chemistry changes or something like that, then all the mutant fish are the first ones to get knocked off, unless their mutation happens to be advantageous in the new environment, in which case they're the ones that survive. So, when things change is, anyway, what I was sort of reaching for there is that, there have been gamers obviously for many years, but this might be a moment where that sort of thing, or all of your Twitch streaming or whatever. Oh man, yeah, maybe we could stream class on Twitch. I didn't think of that. Anyway, it suddenly becomes more mainstream than it used to be. We've got Wednesday. It's all good. Besides, I probably should stop eating hazelnuts. So, 4:45. Well, let's see. So, congratulations to the dedicated few of you who've made it all the way. And send me an email with your gaming and other suggestions. Send me an email if I can help with anything, Art Montana or anything else. And bye, Kimberly. Thanks for hanging out. And be well, be safe. See how you can adjust to the new reality. It's not the new reality forever, but it could be this way for some months. So I hope you're all doing okay. Sounds good, Howard. I don't think you missed anything. I think the info's all around. Let me know if you have questions. Goodbye. Goodbye, gamers. Okay, I guess I'll go ahead and end this, and I'll talk to you online. So we'll stream on Zoom on Wednesday, and email me if you have any questions between now and then. Hope everyone's doing well, watching good movies, playing good games, maybe even reading a good book. And hope school's okay for everyone. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.